Channel 5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9pm, live and free on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something. Completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, here at the final press conference for Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, joined by Carl Frampton. How are you, Carl?
I'm doing okay, mate.
Here for BT duties?
Yeah, working this weekend. Arrived in last night, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a big event, always a big event when Tyson Fury's fighting, and an amazing stadium we're having it in here as well, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, here on Saturday, just behind the camera, we got everyone erecting, making sure it's all ready for Saturday night. Bring your coat, Carl.
Yeah, I think so. I've just heard actually I'm going to be inside. I've got I packed long johns and shit to wear under my suit, but hopefully I won't need them because I'm going to be inside somewhere watching it.
Just on the main event then, Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora. Tyson said at the media workout on Tuesday it's kind of the end of a heavyweight era, really. They were the two young guns coming through about 10 years ago fighting for the British title, and now he's closing it off. Do you see it in the same way?
I don't know if I see it that way, because I think I suppose they are one era, and there's a new generation of fighters coming through like Dubois and Joyce and Usyk as well now. But in my eyes, Fury's still a top dog, and I think that he can be for a number of years to come.
The fight's obviously got quite a lot of criticism online and through the press. Do you think that today, this is just a timestamp, this is before the press conference, do you think that we need a bit of stick between the two, maybe a bit of needle to kind of build that fight for Saturday night?
I don't know. I think if we've seen that, the needle, and people will maybe look at it as if it's a bit of a pantomime then, and they're trying to sell tickets, but I think it's clear that these two guys respect each other. I don't think there's much need for the needle. I suppose initially when the fight was announced, we were hearing about AJ and possibly Usyk, and when they say Derek Chisora, I was a wee bit disappointed. But when you think about it, and in hindsight, there wasn't that many options. Most of the top 10 weren't available. I think it's an option to keep Tyson busy, and I think this will be a better fight than Dillian White fight, which was a bit of a letdown, if I'm being honest. And I think Dillian White is better than that performance, but he just had a really, really bad night against Tyson Fury on the big stage. But what we know about Derek Chisora is he'll have a go, and I think it'll be a bit of a fight for a number of rounds. I think Fury's going to be the better man throughout the fight as long as it lasts, but I think middle round somewhere he'll get rid. But I think it'll be exciting while it lasts.
Just a quick word on Dillian White then. Did you watch his fight against Jermaine Franklin on Saturday night?
Yeah, I did watch it. It was okay. A few people talking about thinking he may have lost the fight. It's one of them ones. It was a competitive fight. Some difficult rounds to score as well, and that's why you've got the different opinions. But I didn't really score the fight myself. I just watched it at home, and it was tight. I just thought it was a tight fight. Yeah.
Do you think this is definitely going to be Chisora's last fight? We seem to be saying this before every single time he steps in the ring, but he keeps going, he keeps proving people wrong. He's got 12 losses now, but he still sells a ticket, and he's got a massive stadium fight on Saturday night.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's just Derek, getting to know Derek around this event, and obviously knowing him a little bit previously as well. It's just he just loves to fight. He's one of them guys who will fight for as long as possible, and you have to admire that. I don't know how good it is for him to continue fighting on, but who knows? Imagine he shocks the world here. How can you say you should retire now? I don't know. He's just one of these guys who loves to fight, and that's what he likes to do. I was a different type of person who I was looking forward to retirement, if I'm being honest. So, it's up to him to do what he wants. But yeah, I suppose we'll know a wee bit more after this fight.
Alexander Krasuk's here. Maybe Usyk is going to be in attendance on Saturday night. Do you think that they could get in the ring after, have a face-off, and that is surely in 2023 is the big one, isn't it?
Look, I think so. I think that it's kind of an indication of what's to come in the future, that you've got a Ukrainian on the undercard, Ivan Branchik, and they've got in hope that Usyk's going to be here as well. So that's what we want to see, isn't it? I think although Tyson's criticised for having this fight, I think a lot of it was unfair. But it needs to be a big fight next, and if it's not, then it's kind of like, I think he would be entitled to the criticism. But if he fights AJ or Usyk next, then yeah.
When we spoke to Tyson on Tuesday, he said that he will never fight for the IBF title again after kind of the backlash with him being stripped way back in 2016. Do you think that could cause a problem with the Usyk fight being made, and we might not get it for the undisputed title that we want?
We may not get a full undisputed title if he doesn't want to fight for it, but I don't think Usyk will care too much about that either. You know what I mean? The money to be made in that fight for both guys is insane. So if Tyson says that, then I would believe him, if I'm being honest, and that's how he feels about the IBF. But I don't really think that it's going to affect the fight happening or not.
Last one, I know you've got to get off to your BT duties. John Fury's here today. The last time that you was both together at a press conference, it kind of kicked off between the two of you. Is that sorted out between you and John?
No, I don't know. I haven't seen him again. Look, it was just an opinion that I had, and that's it. John, we all know John's a big, passionate man, and he's a father defending his son. So I don't really take anything more from it, so that's all it is.
Still stand by that opinion that Jake Paul beats Fury?
Look, I just think that they're kind of similar levels in their career. They're two novice professionals, and I think that it's a tight fight. You're putting me on the spot now. You're trying to get me killed here again by John, but I think look, it's a difficult one to call. And that's kind of the point I was making the last time. I wasn't that negative or derogatory towards anybody. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Excellent, Carl. Thank you very much for being to IFL TV. I'll let you get on with your real job today, and speak to you again soon. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, Carl.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Midnight on Channel 5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9 p.m, live and free on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife for saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.